Hello, this is DJ Mega Aim 17, and today I am going to be doing another music album review, and I will be reviewing Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday Roman Reloaded, the re-up, as well as the original Pink Friday Roman Reloaded. Excuse me. Pretty much, the re-up is a re-release of Roman Reloaded with 8 new songs. Now, I will get into the re-up first because I don't really have that much to say about it. There's only 8 new songs. The songs themselves were like okay, they weren't anything amazing. I did find the first 2 or 4 to be really annoying to listen to, and especially because he has like a weird rap. She raps weirdly in those songs, and the subject matter didn't really. It was just kind of random and stupid. It gets better as it goes on. Va Va Voom and I guess High School would probably be the best songs on this thing. So if I had to rate this album by itself, the re-release, I would give it like a 5 out of 10 for okay. I think it's actually a 4 out of 10 for okay, not 5. Because I give the original Pink Friday a 5 out of 10. I would give this a 4 out of 10. Like, it's above the original Roman Reloaded by itself, but it's below her first Pink Friday album, so that's that. Now on to Roman Reloaded, which I found to be her worst, not really like her worst album, but probably her worst release by far. It's really horrible. Like flat out, I would give this a 1 out of 10 easy. It's just that bad. There's a lot of problems with this thing. First off, the first problem with the album is that she doesn't know what she wants the album to be, or at least that's what it seems like. Because she starts off with this kind of like, I guess, rap equivalency to Bohemian Rhapsody, which I don't know what to make of this song. It's okay at occasions, and then other times it just sounds really annoying to listen to, and it doesn't get any better than that. As the album goes on, it just sounds like it gets worse, and that's part of the problem because she didn't. It just seemed like she. I don't know. I'm not even sure. Like really. Does she want the album to be a progressive hip hop album, or a hip hop album, or like a popish hip hop album, or a pop album in general, or an EDM album? It's like she didn't know what it wanted to be, so she decided just to throw everything in there, and it did not mix well. And on top of that, it just done well. The best song on this in itself, I would say, would be what's that song? Stars. And I've actually heard that she's singing on thing, and I wouldn't even be surprised. I mean, she's not really that good of a singer, even though the songs I actually do like from her are the ones when she's singing on them. But that's only because I find her rapping to be very, very irritating to listen to. And the sad part is that she's actually a decent rapper. I've heard a bit of her mixtapes, not a lot, maybe like 1 or 2 songs. But for what I have heard of her from the mixtapes, she sounds decent. But ever since she went mainstream, she's been releasing just garbage. No, actually, this was just straight up garbage. Garbage. Which brings me to my second problem with the album, which is the lyrics, or just the songwriting in general, which is just bad. Like a lot of it makes no sense. It's random. It's kind of juvenile. It's just stupid overall. It's really just bad songwriting in itself. Like it doesn't even matter what type of style of music you listen to, or what type of rap you prefer listening to. The songwriting of the album is really what kills it. It's just not well written at all. None of the songs are. And as far as the worst song on it, it's probably between the first 2 songs and Stupid Ho, which is the last song before we get to the re-up. And how do you end the album with that? Really, Stupid Ho? And it doesn't even like fit with the album. It just seemed like it was like a last thought. She just threw it in there. It's really one of the stupidest songs I've ever heard. And the music video for it is just like, it's almost like seizure inducing. And I don't know why she made herself look like a clown in that video too. Really, I don't understand it. So that's problem number 2. Problem number 3, I guess, would be the production, which is really, really like all over the place and hit and miss. Some of the beats are okay, but as I said, Yeah, the production is really overplaced in this album. I don't know who produced it. I'm pretty sure she had more than one producer on here. A lot of people like doing that nowadays. Just having more than one producer. Having like 5 different producers on an album. And I have to. Did she write any of these songs herself? If she did, then I really have to question her ability as a songwriter. If she hasn't, then I still will question her as a songwriter. Because what is she writing her own songs when she was doing mixtapes? If she is writing them now and she's writing them this badly, I have to question it. And if she's not writing her own songs, I still have to question her songwriting abilities. So I'm questioning it either way. And yes, I know this is turning more into a Nicki Minaj rant, but you know what? I don't care. So let's go put it as, Pink Friday Reloaded review slash rant. Because that's exactly what this is. It's a review and a rant. And I guess I was planning on doing Nicki Minaj rant eventually. Kind of. But I don't really like doing rants that much. But this is needed. It needs to be said. She's not very good. I don't understand her. Actually, I do. I understand her popularity. Well, what popularity she does have. Because she has like her followers, and then she has the many people that just despise her. And also, the re-up I also heard did not do very well in sales, and as opposed to Roman Reloaded, which I'm actually surprised it even did well. I believe the Roman Reloaded actually sold like 200,000 copies, while the re-up sold like, what was it, 30 something, which is a really big drop. I don't want to get too much into this, but yeah, that's kind of a flop, people. But what do you expect? You think people are gonna buy the same trash twice? And while I do feel that the re-up was a bit of an improvement, it wasn't an improvement by a lot. It's still beneath her first album, which means she started out okay, just dropped straight into the bottom, just flatlined, and then rose up a little bit. So I think that's pretty much all I have to really say about both the albums. As far as the re-up in itself, again, I would give it like a 4 out of 10 for like subpar. And Roman Reloaded in itself, I would give a 1 out of 10 for terrible. But putting them together, I would say it evens out to like a 2 out of 10 for bad. So it's still a bad album, but it's not terrible when you have the re-up alongside with it. But by itself, it's a terrible album. If you did have the unfortunacy of listening to the album, let alone buying it, well, I feel sorry for you. Oh, well. I would actually suggest you'd probably just sell that thing or burn it. But I would say sell it because at least then you can make money. Make the money that you lost from spending that. Unfortunately, you're not going to get the time you wasted from listening to that. I know I didn't. Never listening to that again. As far as her third album, I'm probably going to listen to it and I might review it. I'm not expecting much from it. I'm either expecting what she did for the re-up, or I'm expecting something to be as bad or worse than Roman Reloaded. Because it seems like she's either gonna go just straight down, or it's going to be like a inconsistency where she's up 1 minute, down the next, and then she comes back up, and then she goes right back down. And if that's the pattern, then I would probably say that her next release is probably going to go down. But we'll see what happens. Alright, this thing's going on 9 minutes, so I'm just going to end it here. Rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about the album. Or whatever. Just how you feel about Nicki Minaj in general. Like I said, I think her first album was okay. I gave it a 5 out of 10. As far as me actually reviewing it, I'm probably not. I don't feel like listening to it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys later.